Hello and welcome back. If we haven't met before, my name is Julie and this channel is all about clutter-free living, and today's video is inspired by my mom and dad who recently came to stay with us from South Africa, and it really got me thinking, like, can my clutter systems withhold having two more people in our pretty small house? Can I keep my mental sanity because I hate living in a mess? A lot of people find it pretty stressful hosting. So three things that this time as a host really enforced for me included: decluttering is ongoing, and yes, whilst there may be a lot of legwork initially, it's the maintenance of the system that it's going to give you long-term results. It is easy to maintain a home with a lot of people in it when your stuff does not control you or overwhelm you. And number three, I already knew this, but I hate clutter, I hate living in it, and I crave a tidy and organized environment. Today I'm going to talk about the areas that I focused on once they left and things that I started to tackle after this kind of guest reset, because it felt like that to me. It felt like an opportunity to do certain things that I had been avoiding, and I'm grateful for that. With these things in mind, I hope you feel a lot calmer and at peace next time you host people or next time you get that text asking if they can come and stay, because you'll see how easily and how little time it really took to reset my home. Plus, some of the things I'm going to share with you are not your typical everyday tasks. So I wanted to throw in some more challenging things in there so that you can see that you can couple these up with just regular decluttering and habit formation and get the results that you want. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy clutter-free content. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see from me. So on reflection of this time together with my family, once they left, I realized that it felt super similar to how I feel when I come back from a vacation or a trip, right? I am really one of those people that likes to come home and unpack my suitcase immediately. I don't like having it lying around. I want to do the laundry. I'm just kind of crazy like that, and it drives my husband up the wall. Like, as soon as they left, we wanted to put their linen away and wash everything, and it kind of felt like that too. Let me know, are you someone who needs to unpack their suitcase as soon as they get home, or do you kind of let it linger for a little bit longer? This house that we are living in currently does not have a dedicated guest room, which means that we have to play a little bit of furniture Tetris when we have guests. Now, for me, it is totally worth it because we have gone through the process of decluttering and our home is mostly organized. We can easily move furniture around. We can accommodate guests. But that being said, once they leave, it's an opportunity to kind of put everything back. So usually what I do first is I do a load of laundry, I wash their linen and their towels so that I can get that all out of the way and put it back for our future guests. And then I try and put the furniture back and reset the room as it was before. But this time I also thought I would take the opportunity, considering I was moving things around anyway, to wash our rewashable ruggable rugs, which is not something that I do regularly. In fact, I highly avoid it. But I was like, you know what? I'm feeling inspired and motivated. Things are kind of all out of their spot anyway. Let's take advantage and wash our rugs, which really helps to reset the home and make things feel fresh because they're huge, so they really do come on a presence. And it feels so good to do something that I've kind of been putting off, and I don't know if I would have done it if we hadn't had that little disruption with guests. Then went through our fridge, also something that I'd kind of been putting off, but it's a good opportunity if you've had guests to go through and see if there's any leftovers that they left behind or any food that like is kind of past its prime. And then I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well go through all of the hot sauce and check the expiration dates and check that there's nothing expired in the fridge. Of course, there were a few things, and it felt good to reset the fridge because obviously when you have more people living in your home, things like fridges and pantries and kitchens get cluttered very fast, and people are all hunting for things, and if someone's not familiar with the home, they don't know where things necessarily go, and it's totally fine. But it's also really nice to clean out your fridge, declutter a little bit, to put everything back again once they have left. And then while I was at it, I was like, hey, I'm going to challenge myself to a five-minute pantry reset. I set a timer because I wanted to keep myself accountable, and I wanted to show you guys how quickly you can make an impact on a task that you may have been putting off. So I decanted crackers and sugar and a whole bunch of things into my glass containers, so everything kind of looks more uniform and I can see what's in the pantry. I got rid of recyclables and boxes and things like that. And honestly, it was really quick. I was super focused, and I challenge you, if there is a task in your home, like decluttering a bathroom drawer or a pantry that you've been putting off, but you know you would feel so good once it's done, set a timer for 5 minutes. It's short enough amount of time that your brain is not like, whoa, I can't do that. It doesn't kind of allow you to be overwhelmed, because at the end of the day, it's trying to keep you safe. That's why it doesn't let you do these perceived hard or difficult tasks when really they're not. You can prove to yourself that 5-10 minutes a day or a couple of times a day can have a dramatic difference on your home over time. So our kitchen is naturally our highest traffic area, especially with guests and everyone cooking and coming in and out. So obviously I had to give it a quick vacuum and then bring out my bay, my favorite item. You know what that is if you've watched this channel, and that is my steam mop, because nothing says clean, decluttered kitchen like crumb-free floors. Now I'm going to tell you the end of the story. It wasn't very long before my children came home, and that crumb-free life was not mine any longer, but for those blissful minutes, hours before everybody came home from school and work, it felt good. It was totally worth it. Then something that I find happens a lot when I have guests, and this is where I kind of let things slide, are things like paper clutter and putting toys back. And so I just dedicated probably 15 minutes going around the house, putting things back in their home. You know, if you've watched, that this is a huge hack or tactic that I use to keep our home clutter-free. Everything needs a home. And this really helped me to give attention to the things that I'd kind of been letting slide. Like I kind of just let the books pile up on the floor, and I didn't put the laundry away as neatly as I usually do. And as a side note, my almost 2-year-old played and kind of entertained herself while I was doing this little runaround. So that was great. I got the kids back to inbox 0, as I call it. And now at least things are back on track. That was pretty much it. I probably did this, you know, including all the laundry and then putting things away, in a couple of hours. Honestly, it didn't take that long, and it also allowed me to tackle things that I wish I could tackle, which felt amazing. Like, I don't clean rugs every day, as I said. I don't declutter the fridge every day. And so it felt really good to be able to get those things that kind of gnaw the back of your head that you pretend don't exist out of the way. So having guests was really that little bit of inspiration, motivation that I needed to tackle our home and get it nice and reset, and for me to spring into action. In closing, I would not have been able to do this if our home was incredibly cluttered. It would have been very stressful to have guests in our home, especially without a dedicated guest room, if we were living in a giant, junk pile, because it just creates unnecessary tension. For me personally, my environment has such an impact on my mental health and how I can function. I'm just one of these people that does better when things are clean and organized. That's when I can really focus. And you might be like that too, and you might be having a lot of underlying stress that you're not even aware of consciously, because your environment is impacting you so much negatively with this like low level of clutter stress. I encourage you, if you are struggling with too much clutter or too much stuff in your home, to start with the basics. I was there, honestly, not that long ago, and I had my own kind of aha moments to get on this decluttering journey. If you want me to do a video on how I kind of got on this train and drank the decluttering Kool-Aid, let me know. I can make that video for you. In this video that I'll put on the screen somewhere on here, I have a 4-step method that helps you begin your decluttering journey and helps you understand more about how clutter is affecting you and why you may be getting stuck. So make sure you check out that video. I thank you so much for being here, especially at the end. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other videos you would like to see from me, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.